Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we are building a cozy grandma's home using the new Nifty Knitting Stuff Pack, which I know not all of you guys are going to have it, which is totally fine. I just got the pack just recently. Well, this is my first time ever looking at the build items. I have not even looked at the cast items yet. And sorry, I just kind of woke up and got dressed and ate and stuff, so I'm still like kind of groggy. But anyways, so it was my first time looking at the pack and looking at the items and stuff. And I did do some of the votes, but I'm pretty sure I did not vote for any of the items in the game, which I really should have. I kind of missed out on that. But, so at first I started going for this more kind of modern looking thing with cool architectural pieces and stuff. And, guys, this is supposed to be like an old grandma's home. I do really like how it came out in the end, and I do like the color scheme for the house. You guys will see that after I realize that I'm not building a modern home, and I can't build a modern home. So we'll delete all this real soon, and actually start working on building. And in the back right corner, I built a pond-ish thing. I was just kind of experimenting with it, and I did end up keeping it in there. But I'm wondering if I should do something like that, make it more of a focal point of a build. I don't know yet. We'll see. But I thought that was really fun to do, and I thought it looked okay. So here we are going into the roofing. There. Now we're going to be deleting the weird pieces that look really bad. And then we'll be going on to, I think the landscaping is next, because I do the outside and then I do the inside, because I've decided that's probably the best thing to do, so that I don't build a house and then I'm like, where's the door? So, and I was messing with terrain some too. I was like, should I do this, should I do that? But this is like a 20 by 15 lot, and this is in Newcrest, which is the empty world that comes with base game. So it was a really small build and a really small lot, and I started playing around some, and I was like, this is really small. You know what I really wish The Sims would have is if you like dug down, you could just click and build with water. It'd make it so much easier. And you can see I add some plants and stuff. I want to try and make it look like lily pads and stuff, and just really pretty, but I think some packs do have lily pads, but I do not have a pack that has lily pads, unless it's not actually in, like, the item thing. So, now we've jumped ahead, all the landscaping is done, and I'm working on the outside of the house, or exterior. Big words today. It's Monday morning. I have been using a lot of cats and dogs lately. I feel kind of bad about it because not everybody's gonna have cats and dogs. So I'm really trying to think of something else to build that does not have cats and dogs. And just another idea for a build, maybe a limited pack build, or just base game again. So I'll try to make Friday's build have, a better area for more people to be able to use. So I do put spandrels up. I never put spandrels up, and I put spandrels up. I was just having a blast. I was trying out new things, and I use basically every single item that comes with the pack, even the debug stuff. But I kept forgetting to type in all the debug stuff before I started recording again, because I record in 20-minute increments, because that's all my computer can handle. So in between one of those, I finally remembered to type in all the stuff. But it's because those hanging plants, I remember seeing them, and I was like, oh my gosh, those are so cool. And I remember seeing people's builds and stuff for the past few days that people have been putting out builds, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I had to find them. I had to use them. But I think there's 2 desks. I do not use both the desk, and I do not use all the hanging plants, but there's 3 on the back porch, 2 on the front porch, 1 inside. I use enough hanging plants as it is, and I will probably use them in every single build because they're just gorgeous. I used different lengths and everything. I thought it was really cool to use like a medium length and a short length. So here, I grabbed this door, which is a, what color is that? Navy and yellow. We'll call it navy and yellow. And because the flowers are yellow. So I was like thinking about having a yellow house. I do not have a yellow house. Let me just tell you that. You're like, you saw the screenshot. It's not going to be a yellow house. You're welcome. And then I was like, well, what about a house that matches the door in the navy color-ish? And I do that. I paint the entire house that color. And then I decide that is not a good idea. And I change it to a tan coloring. And I think it makes it look a whole bunch better. I think the dark coloring just kind of like, it's a small house anyways. And I don't know, I think bigger houses look better when they're darker. And I want it to look like all fun and cheery. So it's a tan and it has an ode to the yellow. So my entire color scheme is off this door. And it's all this navy and yellow theme thing. And they had to add in a chimney. There's not even a fireplace in this house. I just thought it looked really cute. So we do that. And then we added our windows, which I changed a lot of them throughout the build. Usually it's just the size of them, because some of those big windows were too big for wherever I wanted to go, and I just changed it up some. And I used the same door for the back door as I did for the front door, because I really liked it, and I thought it looked really pretty. And, okay, so out front, I do this really cute, like, little knitting area. Oh my gosh. I thought it was so adorable. It has like all sorts of knitting stuff, and it's under protection, so it wouldn't get wet, let's hope. And in The Sims it won't, but in real life it might. There's like rain with blowing wind. But anyways, I used one of the rocking chairs. I used 2 rocking chairs. There are 4 rocking chairs. 2 of them have cushions, and 2 of them don't. You guys will have to tell me what the difference is between the 2 that don't and the 2 that do have cushions, because they look exactly the same to me. So I only used 2 rocking chairs. The one without on the back porch and the one with on the front porch. So then I'm going to be doing the bathroom, because usually I do bathrooms first or I do them last. Sometimes I go in order of the house, like whenever I do it, but in smaller houses it's like whatever. So bathrooms are just kind of boring, so just get them out of the way right now. And I use a lot of plants in this house. It is a plantified house. And I think it looks really good. I am really proud of this build. Especially whenever you get a new pack, sometimes it's hard to make a good build because you're not used to the objects in the pack or anything. But I think I did a pretty good job. You guys have to tell me. If you guys want to download this build, you can find it under my Origin ID, which is Withers with a capital W 76. And you can go download it there. But the bathroom's almost done. I of course had to use the Tiny Living adorable paintings. I used them like 2 or 3 times in this house because I thought it was a little weird, like some of the items that did not come with this pack. Like we didn't get any paintings or anything. We didn't get any, like, I don't know. I just felt like it was lacking in some things, like actual objects. You can't furnish an entire house with this. No, not at all. But I think some items are really cute, and like, okay, so here I got my hanging plants. I was super happy. Do I do a trio or do I just do 2 in the front? Because I thought that space would be perfect to put a few hanging plants so it didn't look as bare and everything. And yeah, I think I just do 2. I just like kind of picked out random colors and they look good. They look fine. And so we have to do this, and then I'll be going into the bedroom next, I'm pretty sure. But now I saw all like the little toys and everything, so I was kind of looking through all the objects, and I get a really cute mailbox. It's pastel. This is totally out of my comfort zone, and it's not even like a brightly colored house. It's just all like, I usually do neutral tones and everything, but then here I was just like bright. And I will tell you that some lighting, the flooring that I did on the porches look like purplish. I think they do in my screenshots, because I noticed that and I was like, that's a little weird. So it's not the flooring. The flooring is not purple. It's just tan flooring, but it looks kind of purplish. And then the tree got in my way, which was great. I tried to cut most of this part out where the tree was in the way, but there we go. So I just put it's a really small bedroom, but I wanted to have a double bed. And I imagine it's just a grandma living here. But maybe a grandkid comes and stays. They could stay on the couch, or they could stay in her bed and stuff. If you guys ever done that, you just go to your grandparents' house, and even if you're supposed to be sleeping on the couch, you end up just sleeping with your grandparents. So that could be something that would happen or whatever. It'd be really cute. But I imagine that the grandfather's not here anymore, or she just never married. And so she's just kind of living out her knitting dreams, her house of her dreams. I really liked that little table. There is no dresser in this room, and there is no mirror in this room. I kind of realized that, and I was like, huh. So if you guys want to add those kind of things, you can. I was just really trying to use the nifty knitting objects, and so a few things like that aren't in the house. It's a really small house anyways, and you don't need a mirror, and you don't need a dresser, and so you can just use the mirror in the bathroom because there is one in there. And then I was trying to find curtains, because the little curtains that are up, doilies, are they called doilies? I don't know, but curtains like the ones I do have in the entire house. I want those everywhere. So here we are using one of the desks. That's something that I did not use both of. I think there's 2 desks, 2 or 3, but I only used one of them because, again, tiny house. But I also used the really cool radio, or not radio, TV. They came from dumpster diving in the other new pack. I'm drawing a blank. Anyways, I tried to make an island on this, but where the door was for the bathroom and stuff, it didn't really work, and I ended up moving the door anyways. But that's okay, because you have the desk, and you can eat at the desk, or I think you can, because there's nothing technically in the slot where food would go on the desk, because I alt-placed a lot of things. And there's also couches and seats, and hopefully we'll get a better view of that in a minute. But here you just get to see counters, because I did not cut this out, I guess. Okay, there we go. Go get a different view. I do have a sink in the kitchen. I don't always do that, or it's kind of hard sometimes in a tiny house to have a sink in there. And I forgot an outdoor trash can. There's an indoor trash can. There's not an outdoor trash can. Oops. You could put it over in that corner with the plants if you want to. And I will warn you beforehand that I did want a cat. And I had plants in the bathroom. I didn't want to lead them to put a litter box. So I don't. So the litter box was outside on the backboard. It's a little weird, but... And then I did this really cute, little plant thing in the corner. That's where I have my hanging plant inside. So I think hanging plants inside are just cute too. And I get a rug for the kitchen, and I use the rug from the pack in the living room area, space-ish thing. And I just use a few cute things. Just some new items from the pack, and I'm trying to find a place to put these things, because there's not a lot of surface area. And I put the octopus, I think it's supposed to be a toy, but I put it in the kitchen, and I thought it'd be like a sponge or whatever. You didn't tell me if that's weird or not, but I could imagine, somebody having a octopus sponge. Just a little cute octopus sponge. And, so, yeah. We're frozen on this part now, which is great. Oh, there's a little octopus. I think it's a sponge. I call it a sponge. It's not a sponge. I hope you guys don't think that it's too weird having a sponge. Or maybe, grandkids came over and they just left their toys all over that grandma knit them. Or maybe they play a little, really cute, they play a little hide and go seek with their little toys. Grandma goes and hides them around when you have to go find them. I don't know. Just something cute, of course, though. So, then I had to try to find a space for this because it's really big. I did size it down. But I really liked, what is it called whenever you stitch on the circles? Oh my gosh. Like the thing above the TV. I've done that before, and I'm not very good at it. I'm not very good at sewing anyways. I have a horror story with sewing or anything, so I don't really try that stuff as often. Oh, and here's the back porch. It's because my brother jabbed me in the ankle with a needle when we were sewing at my grandma's house on a bed, and it really hurt. So I don't sew very often. But I'll be adding all these really cute plants, and I didn't realize it until after I was done, but I put a plant with like a little string over the litter box, and I was like, huh, you could imagine a cat just going to the bathroom and just playing with it, but it's The Sims, they won't do that. And there's yarn like everywhere, so if you guys wanted to put it like on the ground or something, because I know that the cats will play with it, which I think is adorable, then totally feel free to. I definitely will whenever I play with this, because I've not even been able to play with it at all. And I have a lot of yarn baskets. I have one on each porch, I have one in the bedroom, and I have one in the living room. So there is enough yarn for everyone to go around. So I do put the cat like food stuff out here too. I really didn't plan well to have a cat, but maybe it's just an indoor-outdoor cat, one that just comes out on the porch when the grandma dies. Maybe she knits in the morning and that's whenever it eats, you can extend your imagination here with me. But if you guys like this video, we will be coming up to the end of the video and soon be going into screenshots. So if you did like this build, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bells. And don't forget to download it on my Origin, which is capital W Withers 76. And I will see you all next time. Bye for now.